we've often said the best recruiting we can do is keep winning. That's the reality of it, right? This is going to be the best recruiting that we can do because lights are on our program, and that's great for parents and high school recruits to see. But we also have a great recruiting department. Chad Bowden, who is our general manager, and his department has been on the road in high schools, getting transcripts, talking to coaches, and figuring out the character of high school prospects. So we're not sitting back and not being on the road recruiting. We're just having other people in our program do it. We have two females, which I think is great to put the spotlight on. Zaire Turner, who is she's on the road recruiting, and Rebecca Seitz. So two women that are in our recruiting department are actually on the road recruiting in high schools. And I think that's amazing because one, they do a great job at the roles, but two, you're not going to see many women recruiting in high schools and scouting and doing those things. So I think it's great for the growth of recruiting departments, but the growth of women in football. The first quarter is important in every game, and it's how you start, how you win the middleweight, how you finish. Like every play is important, and having a good first quarter is a result of winning that play. And so we often talk about people saying, "Oh, you guys doing good in the middleweight." Well, listen, you just got to win that play. You got to finish. How do you finish? Well, you got to win that play, and so we don't spend a lot of time saying you got to start fast. Well, yeah, everybody knows that. You got to win that first play, and then guess what? After that first play is over, you're going to win a second play. So we don't try to think about an outcome. We don't think about the future. You think about this play. And if you do that enough and you do it well, you're going to start fast. You're going to win the middleweight, and you're going to finish. As far as some speech, like there's no speech that I'm going to give that these guys understand what's at stake.
About this game.
I talked to him recently. I didn't know he was coming to the game, but we don't talk about things like that. We just talk about probably some. I'm able to ask him questions and he gives me his opinion, and that's probably what's most important. Somebody that I hold very high. Somebody that has experience in games like this, somebody that can give you a perspective from a previous head coach in terms of how you performed last game. And so we talk often, but I know it's a unique situation for him, being that he is a part of Ohio State, but also a part of my life. And so I wouldn't put him in a position that he has to choose. He's been great for me all season long. Excited for him to be here.
You got guys from Wayne High School on each side of the game. You and Coach Mickens. What does it mean to kind of represent Wayne High School and Dayton? And what does Coach Mickens bring to your program also?
Coach Mickens is a tremendous asset to our program. The ability to identify talent, to recruit the talent, to develop the talent. And he's been a heck of a coach. He's done a lot of great things for this program, leading the time in Cincinnati to go. He's a heck of a football coach. As far as where we grew up, I think everybody has a piece of who they are because of the way they were raised. And our 4 years at Wayne High School has a big impact on who we are as men today. And so it's a special place. It's a special place to me. There's special people there. There's teachers there, there's administration, there's coaches there that all have an impact on who I am as an individual. So I'll always be a Wayne Warrior. I don't think you can point out to one person or one situation that got me to this point. I think everybody, everywhere, every person that I've been a part of, Daryl Hazel, our time at Kent State in those 2 years there that we were able to win that second year, go 11-1 and go to Purdue and our 4 years at Purdue, I learned valuable lessons. Valuable lessons in terms of, our record wasn't great. I think we won 9 games in 4 years, but I learned valuable lessons from Daryl Hazel as a leader and through some of our losses and through those players and the coaches that I was with. And then my 4 years at Cincinnati with Luke Fickell, who was also my position coach, the ability to take that program, I think we won 4 games our first year, and then we won double-digit games the next 4 years. His leadership, right? I mean, there's little bits and pieces that everywhere I've been have a part of who I am and why we've had success. We've had success because we have great players here that have committed to something bigger than themselves, and that's important, right? We got a whole bunch of individuals that coaches and players that say, you know what, us achieving team glory is bigger than individual recognition, and that's why we're in this position, and that's what we're going to continue to thrive to do for this opportunity, but also as we move forward.
With Brian Kelly,
what you can't do is sit here and say, I'm just going to let God handle everything and not do the work, right? And that's the reality of what we focus on, is putting in the work that gives this program the best chance to have success. And that's what everybody's been committed to doing, and that's what we'll continue to do. Okay, work hard, try to do things the right way, and you're not going to be judged by the color of your skin. It's going to be by the way you work and how you treat people. And so I want our young people to be able to look at me and say, hey, if I want to be the head coach of Notre Dame, if I work hard enough and do the right things, I got a chance to do it, because look at my head coach. The whole point of me continuing to take the attention off of me, though, and put it on the team, but also put on Dr. King, right? Like, Martin Luther King Day is about the great legacy that Dr. King has left in our country. And I don't want to take any of that light and put it on myself, but also the national championship game. Because what Dr. King has done for our country has been tremendous. The ability not just to talk about change, but to have actions that incorporate change. He made change through his actions and his words, and the courage he has as a leader is something that I still am impacted by as I study his life. And to do it at 38 years, I mean, it's just the impact that man made in 38 years is just humbling